Hi everybody, this is topic 4, practice video. So I know I'm not at school today, so I decided to make a video to help you guys walk through the word problems. So if we start with number 1, Pablo wants to lose 25 pounds and he has lost 16. So it's asking us what percent of his goal has he reached. So we're looking for the percent. So we do not know that percent. Percent is always out of 100, and we don't know what the percentage, so I'm going to use P. And if he wants to lose 25 and lost 16, we can always set it up as part over the whole, or is over of. So if we look at part over whole, we can see that his main goal, his big goal, is to lose 25 pounds. So that's going to go on the bottom. He has already lost 16. That's part of his total weight loss goal. So now we have a proportion. We're solving for the percent. So we can go ahead and cross multiply. 100 times 16 and set that equal to P times 25. So 100 times 16 equals P times 25, or 25P. So we just have to solve the equation from here. 100 times 16 is 1600 equals 25P, and then divide both sides by 25. So we end up getting P is equal to 64. But we have to remember this is a word problem. So 64 is not the answer, it's asking the percent. So our answer is 64%. Number 2, you spend 16% of your vacation money on food. If you spend $48 on food, how much money did you spend on your entire vacation? So we are already telling us that we spend 16%. 16% means 16 over 100. And then again, we can use that part over whole. We spent 48 on food, but that wasn't the total amount we spent. So 48 is the part, and we don't know the whole. Go ahead and cross multiply. 16 times x equals 100 times 48. Multiply 100 times 48, and then we can divide 4,800 divided by 16. And we get x equals 300. But again, word problem, 300 what? $300. I'm just going to do this. Right, suppose that 62.5% of freshmen entering college graduate from it. If there are 2,680 freshmen total, how many will graduate? So again, we are given the percent, so we can go ahead and write 62.5 over 100. And then we need part over whole. So the entire freshman class is 2,680. So that goes in the whole section. And we're looking for that part. How many of them graduate? Go ahead and cross multiply. Right, and then multiply the other side, 62.5 times 2680, 100x equals 167,500. Then go ahead and divide both sides by 100. We get x equals 1,675. So not all of them graduate. 1,675 students graduate. So that means some of them might have dropped out, left, transferred schools, but not all of them graduate. Part over whole. All right, Tori paints a room that has 400 square feet of wall space in 2.5 hours. At this rate, how long will it take her to paint a room that has 720 square feet of wall space? So this is our proportion problems from topic 1. If we have 400 square feet, so I'm just going to write feet squared, and it takes her 2.5 hours. So because we have feet over hours, we need feet over hours. So we're going to have 720 feet squared over, I'll say, h hours. Right, cross multiply, weird. So we end up getting 400 times h is equal to 2.5 times 720. Right, 2.5 times 720 equals 1,800. Now let's divide both sides by 400. We get h equals 4.5. Remember, h is in hours, so our answer is 4.5 hours. All right, almost done the first page. All right, number 5. A car dealer raised the price of a car from $10,500 to $11,000. Find the percent of change. So, remember we use percent of times old equals new. So we don't know the percent, but we do know the old value was 10,500. Multiply that by P, which stands for percent of, and our new price is 11,000. Right, so let's go ahead and do 11,000 divided by 10,500. And we get P is equal to 1 point, and then a big decimal and around to 1.05. If we convert that to a percentage, that's 105%. However, that's not the percent increase. Remember, the percent change is the difference from 100. Difference being the key word. So how much more or less is 105 than 100? Well, it's 5% more, so it's a 5% increase. All right, so in 1980, 419,007 people rode a motorcycle to work. The number of people riding a motorcycle to work changed. Find the percent of change. So this is going to be set up just like number 5. We don't know the percent, but we do know the old is 419,007. Multiply that by P, which is the percent change, and we get 237,404. Divide both sides by P, so this is going to be a crazy number. 237,404 divided by 419,007. So we get P is equal to 0.566, so I'm going to round it to 0.57. So convert that, that's 57%. Since that is less than 100, we see a decrease. So we find the difference. So we do 100 minus 57, and that's going to give us a 43% decrease. So when we saw percent increase, it was how much above 100% do we go, and when we see a decrease, it's how much below 100% is that percent of. All right. Walker's planning a summer vacation. He wants to visit Petrified National Forest and Meteor Crater, 50,000-year-old impact site of a large meteor. All right, so that was a bunch of stuff we don't need, so I'm just going to cross it out. On a map, a scale of 2 inches equals 75 miles. So 2 inches is equal to 75 miles. The two areas are about 1.5 inches apart. What is the distance in real life? So if it's 1.5 inches, remember we need inches over miles. So 1.5 inches over m miles. Cross multiply and solve. 75 times 1.5 equals 2m. 75 times 1.5 gives us 112.5, and that's equal to 2m. Divide both sides by 2, and we get m equals 56.25, and we're talking miles. Alright, that's the end of video 1. I'm going to make video 2, setting up the proportions for you, and I'm going to let you guys get the answers yourself.